Well, welcome back. It's been over a month since I've done one of these. I'll tell you why. My back's just had a bit of a funny turn, and I hadn't even thought about going fishing. It's just been a process of trying to work out what's wrong with it. I don't know. I'm going for an MRI scan soon, so hopefully it's sorted. But yeah, back today. Can't miss this one. Maver Qualifier, Messingham Sands. Never going to miss out of an opportunity. I'll just take some painkillers and try and manage through the day. But yeah, back to Messingham Sands, Maver Qualifier. Bowl, Island, Swan. I think there's only 60 fishing, so good chance as ever. Don't know where I want to be. Bowl or 5 or 6 pegs on Swan maybe. But can't decide that. So, we're going to go get some breakfast. We're going to go get some pellets from the shed. And we'll catch you when we draw our peg and we're on our way to see what it looks like. Right, we've drawn. Waited till the end, usually a good one in. Can be a bit of a joke on these qualifiers, I'm going to say. My peg, 48 on Swan. So that's me 47th platform. No one all the way around to there. So I've got this massive space of water. Here's my peg. Looks like I've got loads of gear, it's just duplicates. Edge to that platform, edge close in, short line. Long on deck over there into the space. Edge to me right, simple as that. Simple as that. I think you'll need 240, it's good anglers drawn good pegs. There's a few wasps about. Steve Forster, Foggy, drawn 57 on bowl, cracking peg. Jordan Holloway, 24 on islands. There's a few pegs you'd fancy. Got to fancy this though, of all the space. Literally no one. I've got a quarter of the lake to myself. Not as many muggers as I'd like though. There's an odd one, look, you can see them. Odd one buzzing about, but they're not sat steady. See how it goes. 10 minutes to go. We'll get in. Got a bit of everything set up, like. Yeah, we'll have another look at the peg from on the box. Nice new keep nets, look, from Fever. Oh, new fluffy landing handle as well with the little, like that, little grip on it. Metal ring seems decent. Yeah. Edge there, obviously I'll have to do a bit of trimming to reach down into that bit. Yeah, it is clear, yeah, you can see quite a bit. And obviously, edges down there, and then all that to myself. Fingers crossed.
So the match started and I decided to try and target some of the muggers, and like instantly I had one. I thought, right, okay, this could be good. But there wasn't as many as I'd have liked to have been in that peg. Normally that peg, if you're going to catch a massive weight, you need to catch like 150 pounder muggers to compete. And then you catch a few down the edge and whatever later on. First off, it was been real weird. You'd like an odd one would just like zoom through your peg and you just have to try and slap at it. It's an absolutely horrendous netting. But yeah, good start. That was the first fish I even put a pellet near, and it took it straight away. I was like, okay. But I knew I was gonna have to catch well for the first like hour, mugging probably. And then, like, just netted that one. Pretty much next put in, gone straight out. Bosh, got another one. I was like, ooh. I had 2 in the first 5 minutes, basically. I thought, if this keeps going, we're on for a chance here, a real big chance. So after that initial, I had 3 mugging, I think, really early on. Within like the first 10 minutes for like £12. Not massive fish, but there was, £12 in 10 minutes. I was flying. And then it went weird. there's a little bit of ripple came, and they just started being funny. Like, you'd see an odd one very occasionally just zoom through your peg, and you'd have no chance of catching it. So I think I wasted probably like the first half an hour trying to mug fish, and I had like a little go slapping and like slapping in my feed, just like straight in front of me. But I literally didn't have I had one fish on that all day. So I've gone down the edge early, just tapped some pellets in next to the platform. Within 30 seconds, I've got one. Because there was fish down there. There was fish in the corner towards 47. I've gone in, tapped some pellets in, whack, got one straight away. And I'm still like half an hour in now, and I've got 4 carp. I thought, not the worst, but it's not the best. Next put in, got another one down that edge. And I'm like, right, okay. So if I can't see muggers, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate. I'm going to rotate at the edge, and then I'm going to rotate mugging and slapping in my feed in front of me. I would like to point out my netting does get better. Because I've not been out for a month, like before this match, I was so rusty the first hour. My netting and playing of fish was absolutely horrendous. And then I had 3 down that edge, or 4 early, within the first hour, so I had like 4 down that edge in the next 20-25 minutes. I just didn't feel like it was great, like they went real scatty. If you catch one, you wouldn't catch one for 5 minutes, and when you did get an indication, you just foul hook it. So I started feeding on the bottom line, the 14.5 meters towards the space, which can be really good because it was a bit shallower than normal on these pegs. Because just to the left there's like a little hump that comes out. I don't know what it is or what. So I just fished like over the back of the hump in, I want to say about 7.5, 8 foot compared to normal on Swan, where you've got like 10 foot plus. So you have to use a long force, but I could get away with a short 4 and a kit. So I was like, really fancied it when I plumbed up. And it was good. It was pretty good for the first, like, I had, well, how many fish I had? I had a nice steady run, we'll call it. I had 4 fish pretty quickly after I dropped on it. So, we got to about 2.5 hours in, and I was just making a bit of a mess of it, to be fair. It was just rust, and I just didn't feel like there was the volume of fish in this peg that there could have been, or maybe should be, if I felt like I had a massive chance to win. Because obviously, Steve Forster drew 57 on ball, which knew he was going to catch at least 200 pounds, because it's just one of those, it's an awesome peg, and he's an awesome angler. But also, Ryan Bennett across the other side, on 38, he was catching well after the first hour. He was catching really well down both his margins, and I just felt like it was slipping away. So I had like 65, 70 pound just over 2 hours in, maybe 2 hours 15 in, and I heard his shout across. He had £120, and I was like, wow, I am out of this. I need to do something real drastic to catch up.
Too late. Ryan's caught on 38. Hey? Yeah. That's the peg you had 400 on, wasn't it? One was 41 the peg you had that big weight on?
So we've probably come into the latter stages now. I think we've got an hour and a half to go. I probably had £80, I was going to say. And the long on deck line, it just started to happen. Like, not Ryan by this point. He put, like, he was filling his third net. And I thought, well, I'm just going to enjoy my day's fishing. I love catching fish on the bottom in Swan because it's deep, and you've just got to have a know how to catch them and get them in real easy. So yeah, I'm on just probably starting my second net. So I usually go £70 in a net. So I was probably up to like £80 or something like that. Hour and a half to go. Swapped my left edge. Just not been near that platform. Couldn't get it to work. So just off the edge of the bush to the left, I just started big potting micras and dead maggots just to try and make fish come to the peg. I was almost thinking now, well, I'm not going to beat Ryan. George has had a decent start. He's probably got like £100. He's probably ahead of me. He's just caught slapping a pellet, and like, I think I caught 4 fish close in down this edge to the left. And one of them was this unit, which was actually hooked under the chin. But anyway, we won't go there. But yeah, I had 3 more down there in the mouth. But yeah. So it was starting to happen. It really was starting to come together. We love a multitask. Yeah, anyway, so we're just going to talk about rig. So a .8 Slim from Mike Nolan. Carbon or Carbon Slim X, they used to be. I never remember the names. .8, just simple rig really. 021, 019, and a sneaky little prototype hook, which trying from Fever at the minute. And yeah, the blue cap upper elastic, which is rated 16 to 18, but I definitely think it plays a bit stronger. And as you can see, at this point, I was catching rather fast, and I was I may have been giving them a bit of GBH, but this elastic's really nice because you strike, it's soft, so you don't lose them on the strike, and it gives them a chance to run out the peg. But when you start pulling it back, it just seems to like strengthen up. It does say on the packet though, has a strength rating of 20 to 22, which I can actually believe. It does power up really well, especially in this sort of situation when you're fishing like deep water on the bottom and you're catching these big fish. It's just right. It just feels nice.
Say that again, George. 150. I doubt it. 130. Right.
Yeah, so that was that. It's basically just sat on the deck long for the last hour. I'd really enjoyed the last hour. Nowhere near competing. Probably ended up with about 150 to 160, I think. Nowhere near good enough to qualify. But yeah, really enjoyed it. Definitely was rusty and definitely didn't get it right. But the peg didn't turn out to fish how I wanted it to.
Well, that's presentation done with. Weigh-ins are all done. Winner's been decided. Ryan Bennett won. Good match, really. He just fished down both edges. He was actually opposite me on 38 on Swan. He's had £306, which is incredible in 5 hours. I think Steve Forster was second from Bowl. He's had 280 something, and then there was a 260 off Island. So it just shows you what a venue. I think I've had £163, and I reckon I wasn't in the top 15, which is just mental, really, when you think about it. So it means I've won my section. Won my section by default, so can't complain. I've just had a real weird match. I don't think I was ever going to catch 300. 200, yes, potentially. 200, I think would have been achievable. Yeah, 163, won the section by default. I think I was actually second on Swan as well, and I was the next peg, as you'll obviously see from this morning, next peg round. But I just don't feel like there was enough fish there for 300. I know Bob walked round, who runs them, and he said that there was just so many more fish in like 41, 42, which is just like the little corner before he is. But yeah, I can't complain. I've had another good day. I've had another chance. 2 section wins at the qualifiers here. I mean, I would normally be disappointed in drawing a peg like that and not winning, but I just don't think it was capable, which is all you can say, really. But yeah, I've had a nice day. I've caught mainly. Well, I've mugged a few. I've had maybe 10 down the edge long to the pallet. Maybe not 10, but there's only small. I've mugged maybe 8, but there was the same again, there was only small. But yeah, I've mainly just caught at 14.5 on the deck towards the space, which has been good, but don't think I quite got the rig right, maybe. But it's been good, but like I say, I don't think there was enough fish in there to catch 300. But anyway, we need to buy our ticket for Saturday. I held off just in case. So yeah, we need to buy our ticket for Saturday, which is Hayfield. I had a close call at Hayfield last time. So yeah, it's nice to be back out on the bank after probably a month off. My back's been reasonable today. Obviously I did take a painkiller or something to alleviate the pain prior to fishing, so it's not been too bad. Especially when I was trying to sling 14.5, 16 about mugging it, I thought it would be a pain, but it's not been too bad, so it's positive, really. But yeah, we will try and do what we can to film on Saturday at Hayfield. Running out of time. I think there's 4 or 5 qualifiers left, but you know, maybe I should have already been in it, but it's fishing, in it. So we're going to give it as best a go as we can on Saturday, and we will see you there next time.